Have you ever felt sluggish or just not quite right, but can't figure out why?
Well, I'm Dr. Taj, and this is Tracy, and today we're going to be exposing the hidden enemy.
That's keeping you sick.
Trust us, you're not alone in this struggle.
And you don't know why you're splotchy red or why you have that headache. Wake up several times at night, slight headache, you're tired, your skin is flushed red, your body is giving you these little signals before it starts giving you these bigger signals.
I'm tired. That's not the disease. It's a warning sign that, hey, here's my signal letting you know something is definitely wrong. You're overwhelmed with all these toxins.
It's in our bed, our mattress, carpet, wallpaper, cookware, makeup, the bath product, baby formula, everything.
That medication is a toxicity. I want to start off today, like we did last episode of our video series, with a groundbreaking study.
The one about environmental toxins?
Yeah, the one I was talking about the other day.
Okay.
Exactly. This study is from Mount Sinai School of Medicine, and their research tracked 250 toxic chemicals in all the different participants.
Okay, and what did they find?
Well, the average person carries like 91 industrial compounds, pollutants, and chemicals.
Is that in their body right now?
It's in their body right now. It's crazy to think about it, but how much chemical load that we're exposed to and what we're carrying around into our bodies. But those toxins are directly linked to chronic inflammation.
Right, which is basically the start of all that leads to all bad disease.
One of the major mechanisms, chronic inflammation, is not good.
Yeah.
It causes a stress on your body, which your body's trying to respond, and the disease can ignite.
Wow.
And when your body carries that burden, it has no choice but to ignite, depending on what that chemical or toxin may want to ignite. Right? So, but put it this way: like water can be a toxin if you drink enough of it. It could kill you.
Right, if you drink too much of it, it'll
Yeah.
kill you, right. But if you drink a certain amount, that's like being in the sun. You can't be in the sun 24, well, there's no 24-hour sun, but you can't be in the sun all day long,
Yeah.
day in, day out.
Yeah, it's like cyanide. If you get too much cyanide poisoning can happen. That you could kill yourself. However, you have just an amount of cyanide in your body that's produced by a special vitamin that it could actually kill cancer. Yeah. So it really all kind of comes down to the type of toxin and how much of a burden load it is.
Okay. So like those headaches, that fatigue, all of those are part of it?
Exactly. Yeah. And the thing is that those are not the diseases. Like, oh, I'm tired. That's not the disease.
It's a symptom?
It's like a warning sign.
Okay.
It's a warning sign that, hey, something's going on with my body. All this toxicity is in there. It's overloaded. And here's my signal letting you know, hey, something is definitely wrong.
Oh, wow. Yeah, and most conventional medicine doctors, medical institutions, they miss all of this, right?
Well, when you have bad headaches, what do they normally do when you go in there?
They give you a prescription.
Prescription. Oh my gosh, I'm really super duper tired. Oh, can't move. Right? What they do?
I'll give you a prescription. I don't know what it is, but I'll give you a prescription.
Yeah, they could give you like some like Ritalin or some kind of energy enhancing drug to kind of
Yeah.
pep you up a little bit because they're thinking that you have chronic fatigue syndrome.
Right.
Well, but no. I'm fatigued because of a particular reason. It could, and one of the main reasons is because of toxicities.
So if you say you're fatigued and the doctor gives you something to give you energy, but then you can't sleep, what do they do? Because you have on some type of, I don't know, medication that's giving you all this energy.
Well, what happens? That medication is a toxicity
Well,
or a toxin.
well, it might make you feel even worse.
Yeah, and that's what tends to happen with the whole pharmaceutical medicine cascade. Take one, take two, take three, take four. I think at the end of the day, we're losing touch with being able to listen to our body.
Yeah.
Like we experience something, we go to a doctor tells what it is, and we feel so good that we got labeled with a diagnosis and we finally understand and know, not really, what's going on with our bodies. Because those, like I said, those are warning signals, and if we can begin to listen to those warning signals, that we can inherently begin to get back with our truest nature side of things and figure out, okay, hold on, I'm feeling this way because of A, B, or C, either by nutrition, not living the right lifestyle, or they're from the different toxins I've been exposed to. Eh,
Yeah, I feel like a lot of times too, it starts off very mild, right? You're not thinking anything of it. Um, you may not, you wake up several times a night, right? Or you're hot, or you have a slight headache today, and then you have another slight headache in 2 days. Um, it's like all these other little things, right? You're tired, your skin is flushed red all the time. Little things like that. Your body is giving you these little signals before it starts giving you these bigger signals. And we're like, we're not thinking anything of it. And then when we go to the doctor, it's like, well, I don't know what that is, but here's this for that.
Yeah, they're not random. Those symptoms are not random. If you think of an airplane flying, you have all these different gauges. If one gauge starts to show something going wrong, let me put a plug in it and make sure it's better.
Oh, let me just put some oil on top of it.
Yeah, well, I don't know about oil, but
I'm just saying, just throwing something at it, whatever, something. At least I threw something at it.
right, yeah, just throw something at it, make it feel better. You want to investigate the problem that way that you can get that gauge back into normal operating limits.
Right.
Right. It's like you talked about the headaches and brain fog and the having the rashes or being inflamed.
Right.
They're not random whatsoever. I mean, your body's seriously just screaming at you, because you're overwhelmed with all these toxins.
Yeah, and a lot of people, they don't think anything of it. So it's like, how many times I see a lot of I see it in men too, but I mainly see it in women. It's like their face is really red.
Mm-hmm. Inflammation.
Yeah. And it's like they'll say, oh, it's rosacea.
Inflammation.
And it's just like, well, where does it come from? Oh, I don't know.
Yes.
And it's like, I've been to my doctor, or they'll have, you'll see the kids at the school. They're talking amongst my daughter's friends, and the girl's face is very red, like in the cheeks. And it's just like, it's not even like a rosy red, like pretty red, right? It's just splotchy red. And it's like, wow.
Yeah.
I could see it. It's like something is not right.
What's causing that? Yeah, it's not because always of genetics.
Yeah.
And we covered how that is 10% of the time.
Yeah.
And if you think about, we also talk about how we want to nourish our bodies, eat to nourish our bodies with the proper nutrition, and not just eat to satisfy hunger or because you're hungry. But now it's finally being exposed more and more how toxic our food is.
It is.
All the chemicals.
Yes.
So now you think you're eating a good piece of broccoli or a good piece of oatmeal or some good bowl of oatmeal, or a solid piece of chicken, perhaps, right? But you're eating all of the chemicals that they use to produce or make the food.
And then they stuck it in a plastic bag for you. Put it on the shelf in the produce aisle.
Which plastics they bleed and
forever chemicals. Yeah, it's
former
on the
chemicals, estrogen will go up.
Yeah.
Yeah. And here's the thing is that
and you don't know why you're splotchy red or why you have that headache. And I haven't personally witnessed this, but my daughter has. It's like one of her friends had a very bad headache, and the friend contact the parent and say, hey, I don't feel good. I have a bad headache. And the mother said, well, did you take your, was it Excedrin or Tylenol or whatever it is? She keeps a bottle in her backpack. And she's like, no, I guess I'll take it. So she took it. And guess what she took it down with?
Coke.
Yes. And it's just like, my daughter was like, wait, what? She's like,
yeah.
Should you really be drinking that? Maybe even my child knows this. She said, well, maybe your body is dehydrated. Have you thought about that?
Wow. Yeah, that could be one of her sources as well. So you're trying to combat your dehydrate or your headache with a Coke and a pill.
Right, because she's getting all these headaches, which I'm sure she probably went to the doctor for, and doctor says, well, we can't figure out why you're getting all these headaches, but take your Tylenol, take the Excedrin, whatever you need to take it.
And here's the crazy thing is that you're not having more headaches, or she's not having more headaches because of a lack of Coke or a lack of Excedrin. That's not a reason why you're having headaches. Let's go back to that plane. That dial is off. No, we got to get that dial right back over here and figure
Right.
out what's going on here.
Figure out what's going on in the body, right?
Yeah.
And the body's giving you all these signs. If your face is splotchy red, and you're having these headaches, it's like those are symptoms of something
Yeah, and
or signs of something, as you said.
well, and that's one that I know everybody hears me rant about the medical system. That's the rant. That's what it's all about. It's not trying to figure out and be a problem solver and a problem finder to help people truly heal. That's my problem with the medical system. They're just throwing stuff at them to keep the gauge high and mask it with something, but the gauge is still high. We don't fix what's going on down here.
Yeah, right.
And the sad thing is that we can't, with all the way the world is or the American society is right now, we can't escape these toxins completely.
It's everywhere. It's in our bed, on our mattress. It's in the carpet. It's in the wall paint. It's in our cookware. It's in the makeup. It's in the bath products. It's in baby formula. It's in everything. Plastics all around us, sprayed on our food. You go to the grocery store. I know I'm going on a rant here because it gets me so fired up. But it's like chemicals everywhere. Everywhere.
Well, because you experienced it firsthand, you see people experience it firsthand, and what they can do, or how they feel after they begin to remove these toxins from their body, and that's the only thing we can do since we're exposed to them is we got to release them from our body somehow, some way, but very, very effectively, right?
Right, and that's what you do, right?
Yeah, well, yeah, and so and it's not about like a weekend cleanse of
Right.
of carrot juice and lemon water or the 7-day detox where you step up your game from TikTok. This is truly about creating a lifestyle that supports
Right.
the body's natural detoxification systems.
Yeah, I like what you said. It's a lifestyle.
It's 100% lifestyle.
Right.
You got to always be cleansing. ABC.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's a good acronym.
ABC. Always be cleansing.
Yeah.
And so if you don't do the TikTok's latest cleanse, right? This is where you got to have a personalized, properly designed detox.
Yes. Everybody's body is different. So, yeah.
Yeah, everybody's body is different. And so when you think about healing and when you get sick, what is it? What's the first thing you need in order to recover?
You need energy.
Energy. And that's where a lot of detoxes fail. They don't focus on the energy first. You got to have the energy. You got to build it up. And the fact is that because you're toxic, you're not creating a lot of energy. That's hence the fatigue, right? So what can we do to supplement some energy? That way we can then, number two, open up the drainage pathways.
Which is so important. A lot of people do this in the wrong order, right?
Or they don't do that at all.
Oh, yeah. So the drainage pathways are still closed or locked, especially if it's been closed for a long time.
Yep.
And it's like, just think of it as a drain system, like your shower. If the drainage doesn't open up or is leaking out slowly, but all that water is backing up from taking a shower, especially if you're out, digging in the mud.
Yeah, no, that's exactly it. So we're talking about pooping,
Yeah.
right? The colon,
Sweating,
peeing, peeing, sweating, yeah, breathing,
breathing.
yeah. Those are the main ones. Because the lymphatic system has something to do with it as
People
well.
don't breathe.
The people don't breathe. You got to breathe. You got to breathe it out. And that's part
People
of
don't breathe. A lot of people don't take deep breaths. They take very short, shallow breaths.
incorrectly too, with the shoulders versus down with the diaphragm.
That's right.
Yeah,
That's Dr. John Bergman always stressed that.
yeah,
Breathing diaphragmatically.
yeah. So how can you, when you breathe out, you release all these some of the toxins, and so when you're wearing a mask, you're breathing that back in. Not to mention all the bacteria and the mold and stuff can grow in the mask, which only leads to more respiratory problems and more toxins in your body because mold is a toxin.
Yes.
Yeah. So yeah, I do not condone mask wearing at all, and I don't even like wearing it and
As your
at
profession.
my profession. In fact, when I do wear it, I wear it down here.
Oh, really?
Yeah, unless I've got a lot of blood splaying around on a patient.
Yeah.
That's kind of nasty, I know. But anyway, I digress. So that number two was the drainage pathways. That way, when you have them open, and those two things are the most crucial, then you can start to release the toxins. Toxins are stored in fat. And so when you start to release the toxins, you got to have the energy to heal. You got to have the mechanism to release them. Because if you don't release them and the toxins are just recirculating your body, which a lot of people start feeling worse.
Oh yeah, and then they said detoxes doesn't work.
They don't work.
It just
Yeah.
makes me feel worse. Yeah, that's not true.
No, but that's how you get the restored vitality.
Yeah, yeah, it's so powerful.
Oh, for so many reasons. I mean, if you're able to, think, what, 91 toxins, industrial, not to mention all the tens of thousands of chemicals that are out there, though.
Yeah, they said that in the last 20 years, we went from 700 chemicals in our system in our system to like over 10,000 that's been introduced into the marketplace.
So crazy, so
It's
crazy.
crazy.
Little microplastics are getting up in your
Yes.
brain and causing all these problems and
Yes.
neurological issues.
Yeah,
It's
like,
nuts.
why is plastic in everything?
Yeah.
Everything.
Yeah, yeah, and I think at the end we'll definitely give some practical little steps and action planning, if you will, just to kind of get you started in a safe, effective manner.
Right.
Because I believe, tell me if you believe this as well. So I believe that detox is an optional. I think it's truly essential.
Oh yeah, definitely. 30 years ago, I could have debated possibly it wasn't essential, but now it is essential because it's everywhere. Everything. The chairs we're sitting on, the
Yeah.
clothes we're wearing, the air we breathe outside.
Yep.
You're supposed to get outside and get sunlight and get fresh air, and it's like, oh my gosh. It's chemicals everywhere.
Yeah, chemicals everywhere. Yeah,
And
so
I'm not talking about good chemicals, right? Because some chemicals are natural. But
H2O is a chemical along with pure. Yeah.
all right.
Yeah.
But if you put something into H2O and make it something totally different, right? How is that good for you?
The arsenic, say, yeah. Poison, toxin. Yeah, so we got the mind right. We got to eat the food. Got to have the right lifestyle.
Correct.
And we got to detox in terms of the overall. That's the whole lifestyle component of it all.
Correct.
Because you get to release them all, you get to restore the vitality, and begin to heal, get rid of those symptoms, and get that gauge back in good working order. That way your body's thriving, and not just surviving.
Correct. And you'll feel good. And
Yeah.
that's where everything changes. I mean, for me, for you, it's what happened with us.
Yeah, and let's say this as well. We're not just saying just physical toxins. I'm talking about 3 different levels of
Right.
toxicity.
Right? Physical,
Yep.
mental, and emotional.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly.
Right.
Exactly.
Which makes
Because
up the human, yeah.
because when you tackle all 3 of those, then you start to really truly heal, and that's what healing's all about. But you got to have all of those to experience health.
Right. All right. Agreed.
Yeah.
So let's talk about it a little bit more. So,
Okay.
in a physical detox, what do you mean by a physical detox? Explain.
Yeah. So the physical detox is probably more of the chemicals that are, trapped in your body. Those chemical compounds, those industrial compounds. The arsenics. It could be the mold. It can be aluminum, heavy metals.
Right.
It could be glyphosates that fell in your foods. It could be the food itself. So
Right.
all those things that are not meant to fuel your body properly, your body has to excrete it,
Okay.
and it's designed to do so. But when you don't have those pathways open because you're eating a carnivore diet and you're only pooping 1 time a week, you're not drinking enough water, so you only go and pee, 2 times, during the day, or perhaps they're staying in your body. And then we eat the horrible foods without nutrition value. We get a little more fat. That's where the toxins go and be stored.
Wouldn't hide in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's about truly open the pathways up and pulling out those toxins from the fat, excreting them out through all those different pathways.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
So that's what I mean by physical detox.
Okay. So what do we mean by mental toxicity impacts?
Yeah. Those are your thoughts. Positive, negative thoughts.
Right. So if you listen to just what's the word, reality shows only with some toxic stuff on there
Yeah.
that feeds that toxicity versus if you listen to a good book or
Yes.
go for a walk and clear your head.
Yeah.
Listen to good music, not bad music.
Yeah, and that's the thing. I think when it comes to those type of impacts, everybody goes through peaks and valleys, And when you're in the valley, no one likes it. It's all about how you kind of frame that perspective. And we go through valleys all the time,
Yeah.
and we talk about it. And we find ourselves sometimes like being sucked into more negative thoughts.
Yes.
And I'll pull you out, and you think, no, you'll pull me out, Taj. And the next thing you know, we start thinking more positively, and get a lot more of that energy vibration, and that allows you to start feeling good. Endorphins start kicking in again, and you're not just feeling woe is me.
Right. That's so true. We've been there, and it's like once you get to that higher vibration level, you start attracting better things. Versus if you sink down, you're going to attract the bad things down there.
100%. And then you get back to that peak, and you're on that peak for a good little bit, and then you say, well, I want to feel more of this peak on a higher peak, right? So
Right.
from this peak to that peak, you got to go through what? Another valley.
But it's like you go through the seasons, and it's thank goodness it's not stationary, right? You're just going through them.
Yeah. And when you think about talking about peaks and valleys, it's exactly the same thing when you're on this little peak right now, whatever that may be, and you want to go to a higher peak of health. In order to get there, you got to go through a valley
To get up
to get there. It's simple, but it's not easy. But once you're going to get there, you feel so much better.
Much better. That is so true.
Yeah. So
Okay.
that's mental.
Okay. So let's focus on the emotional now.
Okay.
The emotional release.
Yeah. So this is more about events in your life or past events in your life. They all got to be past, because right now my only event that's happening is what's happening right now. So all the events that have to happen in your life in which have a negative emotion associated with it.
Okay.
And it's coming to grips with the fact that, hey, whatever, nothing, it couldn't have happened any other different way, because it didn't,
Okay.
right? It just is what it is, right? If it happened a different way, it would have, but it didn't.
Right.
And so you got to take that and use it as positive as possible and twist it on its head. My parents divorced
Go ahead.
when I was a little kid. I could have been, what was me? I could have not done anything with my life. I could have just used that as an excuse for not doing anything positive in society and not being a good person. Instead, I use that as complete motivation to find one of my dreams, have a family, and to make sure that I learn from those lessons and that I don't go down that same path. Right. So I took that emotion, that negative emotion, release it, whatever it was, a hate, whatever it was, and I flipped it to make it a positive.
Right.
So could be parents, friends, other family. It could be a bad traumatic event,
Right.
a bad breakup. No kids being mean to you.
You witness some type of trauma.
Yeah.
Right. You could be in a bad relationship or was in a bad relationship. Whatever it may be, right?
Yeah.
People hurt you in the past. People have wronged you.
Yeah.
Or you've wronged somebody, so it's staying with you.
Yeah.
And you didn't speak up, or whatever the issue is.
Yeah.
There's trapped emotions that need to be released.
Release that
What you're
importance that I have on your life and
so
flip it
you-
on your head.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then,
And that's the biggest thing.
so how you integrate these things?
Well, it's being mindful.
Right.
You know, we talked about it, having the right food, diet, lifestyle, having the proper mindset, and releasing these toxins, not only physically, but it's really working and trying to figure out how you can take those past events, rethink them, and then create different energies. You know, I mean, it's that simple. I know it's not that easy, but that's what you got to kind of do. And there's different mechanisms, different tools, and that's a whole different discussion. We can talk about that as well.
Okay, so let's break down what a daily ritual would look like. Just arbitrarily, like how would it look like?
To kind of get started.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, definitely don't want to suggest anything that will create more havoc on, because havoc with like the physical toxins, right? With open up the pathways and energy. But I will say this, to kind of get started and start feeling great, is start with like something that kind of activates your body detoxification process in the morning. What you can do is dry brush and do rebounding like a little mini trampoline for at least 10 minutes.
Okay.
And so the dry brushing gets your lymphatic system kind of moving and flowing, take all the bad stuff out of your body to kind of excrete it out. And the rebounding kind of activates your body to begin to, I guess, kind of shake out the toxins,
Right.
and that way you can hopefully get rid of them.
Okay. And so as the day goes on, what would you do next?
Yeah, so in the afternoon, I'm gonna do some kind of movement, some kind of physical activity. Get the body moving.
So walking,
Yep.
lifting weights,
Yep.
riding a bicycle, swimming, dancing, whatever that works for you.
Yeah.
Move your body.
Well, no, just move the body. If you're not doing anything now, just move it for 10 minutes. If you're doing 10 minutes, get to 20. If you're doing 20, get to 30. Just do some movement, and then also do some breath work. Like we used to do a lot of breath work with Wim Hof.
Yeah,
Right.
I've gotten away from that. But I do deep breathing, but not like how he does. And that's a good idea.
Different techniques with box breathing, just breathing in general, meditate in a sense. But that's what I would do in the afternoon.
Okay. And then how would you end your evening?
Yeah, so and then evening, I guess I got to do more of the meditation at the end of the day. That way I can calm and be in tune with what happened throughout the day, get rid of any kind of bad events, try and turn those back into positive events.
So journal,
Journaling.
meditate, spend some quiet time, kind of have a good bedtime routine in place to kind of wind down.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And then a great thing that's underrated is an Epsom salt bath.
Yeah.
That can withdraw a lot of physical toxins as well.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's pretty good
Simple rituals,
to get started.
powerful release actions. So definitely.
It's pretty good. Thank you.
You're welcome.
You guys are lucky. You get to hear this. So are you ready to release what's holding you back?
Yeah, well, definitely. Look in the description below for all the different resources that can help you on your journey to step number 3 to release those toxins.
And join the revolution.
Join the revolution, baby.
Well, until next time, be well.
All right, take care.